We'll just make the whole video about the dogs.
Yeah. We'll have to blur out parts of it, but just kind of creating some sharp edges there. And then you can start really, kind of getting down on it and doing that.
Yeah. Get it to roll.
Oh yeah, it's really quite nice.
Hey guys, I am out here with a new friend, Crockett20, so you should check out his channel. But we're sitting here, we've hiked up a little bit, and we're just sitting here really enjoying conversation, and conversation is kind of molded into, I don't know, kind of the things that we value about being outdoors. And so we thought, why not just make a video, talk about the things that how the outdoors matter to us. But yeah, it's interesting to just come up into a place like this and you're not really concerned about what's going on around you, and you're just enjoying the water going down the stream, and it's quiet. Every once in a while an airplane flies over, but it's peaceful. And I think that's one of the more important things about being outside, that people really, I think, with the way that like the world is today, you get so caught up in what's happening right now that it's hard for, and you just said it with your kids get bored, but yeah, there's something about being outside that just like changes your mind.
Yeah, for me, it's just, it's a cleansing experience to come up to the mountains, to the outdoors. And we were talking earlier of how it's needed for us. I get it. My sister's kind of like, yeah, I like the outdoors, but dirty and bugs, it's not for me. I get it. But for me, it's just, coming out here just recharges the soul, recharges the spirit. It helps, clear my mind. The world today is just so fast paced at my job, or just at home, you're constantly doing things. And for me, it's really nice to come up and just slow things down. And there's something about nature that helps just recharge that battery, and is so instrumental in my life and my lifestyle.
Yeah. So if you don't know, I study outdoor recreation management in college, getting close to graduating. But one of the things we were talking about in class recently was you take people on a long trip, especially if you're guiding people, but even if you're going out with friends or just yourself, like once you get 2 or 3 days into it, there's like a full-on change that happens with people. They become engaged on what's happening, and especially if you're like hiking from place to place each day, the first day you're like lagging and trying to figure things out, and then it just becomes like natural, and the environment that you're in becomes very like exactly what you need at that time, and it's personal, and you don't really care about anything else that's happening. And I think that's one of the most important things about just getting outside, because you disconnect, especially if you have the ability to disconnect for a longer period of time. Like, I don't know, I think it's spiritual. It's emotional too, and I don't think people think about how emotional being outside for long periods of time. We've only been out for a couple hours today, and I already feel a lot of the stress. I got a new baby that's coming in a couple days.
So speaking of stress,
like there's a lot going on, and yeah, it just like wipes away. Amazing.
So, a lot of the neighbors, my wife's friends, the wives, how do you allow your husband to go out backpacking like that all the time? How do you deal with it? How do you handle it? Doesn't that make you mad? And she says, honestly, he's a much happier person when he can go out and do those things. So when he goes out and does that and comes home, it's just I shed all that stress out there, and I just leave it. And the nature just dissolves it away. So that, I mean, for me, it is really instrumental.
Yeah.
It really helps. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd much rather be out here doing this than sitting home. It's just very, I mean, one, you're getting exercise.
Mhm.
I mean, so it's healthy. It gets the blood flowing, but there's just so much more to it for me being out here. Just a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. Especially to be able to get the dogs out. The dogs have just been having a total blast.
Oh, they're just entertaining to watch. It's almost
Yeah.
like a fire. You know how you can sit and watch the fire for hours?
You can sit and watch
watching
the dogs for hours.
Yeah.
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 So I guess the moral of this whole conversation, which we've been talking for a long time, and it's really just been good conversation. But the moral is, and it reminds me of one of my favorite books, Last Child in the Woods. If you haven't read that book, like, absolutely need to read that, especially if you have kids, because it'll change your perception on how you look at the way that society is and the world is today, and how much time is not spent outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
And that getting outside is almost like a novelty. It's almost like, instead of being the norm, which there's another thing to look at. If you haven't seen the Nature Valley commercial about the like 3 generations,
Yeah.
like starts with the grandparent, and then the mom or the dad, and then the kids are like, yeah, I love my tablet. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want my kids to grow up saying the tablet is the best thing that's ever happened in my life. Like,
Yeah.
I want the experiences for my kids, and getting outside creates those experiences, whether it's the park, building a fort somewhere, or coming out to the mountains. Just leave the couch.
Yeah, those are the memories they're going to have.
Yeah.
Not their highest score on whatever umpteen million games that they play. Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's a hard one. I've got 5 kids. That's a hard one.
Yeah, my kids aren't old enough to play video games yet, but we'll get there. So, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't, as well as check out Crockett. Super awesome channel. I love his content, so check it out. Link down in the description to see his videos. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day.
See ya.